Curse Sovereignty. Black Righteousness by James Bolin. Chapter 3 Part 2. Betrayal and Obedience. Samuel continued, Indentured servants were slaves as it has always been since the unjust matters. And let's not forget what happened till the day after the murder of Momorodedef. Slavery was still any person bought and sold, chained and abused, whether for a year, additional or legitim. Over the years, many Catalans long before their indentured service ended. Those who made it were denied their freedom. Though you fit the estate system would have held them. There was no estate system, no code of law. Who held back them when their owners failed to deliver on their promises. Fabinians. Eden fix emulsions of so-called convicts, beggars, homeless and other miserable Catalans were transported to Americas against their will on slave ships and fed money get got to them. Those who volunteered did so not because they knew their fluttering around would be more poverty, disease and a person front competence and Fabinians the face of the first. They were stuck in an island with nowhere to go, America became their dream. These ships were irritated of the trans-American slave trade. They were so crowded and in terrible conditions that many didn't their way to the Americas. When as the ships were docking, they some learned that living in America would be a battle for survival. Angie sufferers saw loading rocks of grey Yemen swarmed aboard the ship before they cowed out, grabbing them and forcing them to tenement houses. They then bought charging outrageous fee for their services. Some of them had to settle in ports they arrived in, begging in every street corner. Samuel passed as a finish at his lemonade, but he must say in Lokati Catalans at the canoe, well were treated as animals, they weren't even considered men. Samuel passed again with a strained look in fence of his head. Well, those of Ireland were unfamiliar with plumbing and running water, let alone technology. These living conditions, bird sickness and premature death. They estimated that Sabans the two of all infants born to the Irish Catalans immigrants did. They were ridiculed for how they dressed, for being poor, and illiterate. Instead of apologizing for themselves, they unwitted and took offense. They often met insult or intimidation with violence. Solidarity was their strength. They helped on and offer sword with this life. They prayed and drank to better. The men sent to do more drinking than praying, yet their faith and determination led them to create the Sabbath first symbol of the Americas. It was a militant church, a crowd that fight not only for their selves, but also for fair human rights. During this time, one of the greatest Catalans came on this scene, Aboxin. White men was set from the clan of Tablet, the son of Waninik von Koinine, the first. Yerwin Pfeffer, the man from Thalfer City of Nauer, some called him. Kaslock at Samuel, Thalfer City of Nauer. Samuel just smiled, he well did until that later, just now he was a young man around your age and Herod. But the grew into a man of significant influence who became the reasoning force between all Catalans in those parts. They earned and destroyed on a lost the monster, bested. He understood that the competence and the Albanians were the enemies. They were trained to force your people to destroy any offer because of geographical locations, faith, skin color and tongues, and of idiotic reasons and Aboxin wanted all Catalans and Fenikitas in a deson. I even served the competence in the process. Aboxin was her ancestor, who was born in Arizona. Hakan first said about the separation and destruction of Catalans because his father, Waninik, Tafam his sister. Ben the son of Quinine, the first who was half competent and half Catalan, Fenik named them half-breed or mestizes. And that so that name came at Obe. The mestizes were in a feed forts, that was an exceptional crop of people who were well trained and heard of war created by Sabbath himself called pointed the orens of God, but he was also well trained in thought of PS. By this time, many mestizes were Catalan, Anakitas, and other competent mixtures and were very well respected and feared in the West. The mestizes were created when his father, Shaka, was visited by a servant of Sabbath a few months before his death in Amplaza. Cush interrupted Samuel, before he could finish, Danity. Samuel said, Yes, son, the same on. Cush asks, How old is he? Samuel said, When Sabbath said, Let us create a man in our image. It was Moise and Meseka, he was speaking to. Cush leaned back in his chair, as Samuel continued, Moise told Sectos and an aid of him read before him offers to his brother's land where she later married when in Ikdo. However, it was told to her uncle Malfed arranged and murdered her, as they obeyed the word of Sabbath. Chaka didn't kill himself, but sent his bravest warriors to a reservation in the western part of the Americas in the town of Tucson, Arizona. It was Thurshibor meet when in Eckville, a Wakatilian warrior, a Lucian prince who came into Arizona seeking the power and glory of Sabbath. Samuel looked at Kish and south of his east where it becoming heavy. That's enough for today, and it got enough track anyway, to leave some rest, and do well continue tomorrow. Kish got up early and did his chores around the house hastily, rushing to get to his grandfather's house. Skipped breakfast because he knew they may always prepare the feast within Rishikok. He ran to his grandfather's house less than a quarter of a mile, went to a south front door. Fred was as if for the fence at ran along the pathway. He saw Jimena standing there staring at him. Smiling and waving, "Good morning, Jimena." Horse stumped his off into the brown ends of his hair. Cash was excited and smiled as he got closer to his grandfather's door. Samuel's stories were so vivid and clear to Cash, as if he could see churches in real life and in real time. Knocking into the door, he was met by his little cousins, Clef, nicknamed Switz, Adran, was a nickname Waste Bellable. Clef was 5 years old and oldest of the 2 brothers, but wherever he saw Clef, he saw one running behind him. Clef had dinner cracked open and Delicious on a cam rushing off at his mouth watering. Run throws open the door to he stepped away, standing in the middle of the doorway. "How is it? Wait you went," said Run blocking Kush from entering the house. "It's Kush," shouted Clef. Little boy didn't hear with now Clef his son. It was Mama Sok, baby's best friend, grabbing Run by the hand and mobbed him out at the A. "Good morning, Mama Sok," Kush said. Mama Sok smiled. "Good morning, child." A loud voice came out of the kitchen, "Switz, waited until you about opening that fair door. Sok, bring that neck this boy here. I'm so tired of telling that boy the same thing." Hearing Bayma's boss in a stern voice, was at that door, fist him of the morning. "Kush says, morning Baymaya, it's me." Recognizing his voice, Bayma says, "Oh, hey Kush, before you and Samuel were talking. Get Baby and you and Switz come in and wash up. Breakfast will be ready in about 10 minutes." Samuel was at the table drinking coffee and listening to some recordings. "Pass it recording, good morning, Kush." Kush smiled, "Morning Daddy." Samuel smiled back, sat down, and drank a cup of coffee with him. Bidma overheard the conversation. "Samuel, don't you give that boy no coffee." Hell burning around her, like a chicken with his head cut off. Samuel winked at Kush. "This youth is bad, you ain't gonna give that boy no coffee." Has a secretly poured a little coffee in his saucer and passed it to Kush, saying, "A little coffee ain't never hurt nobody." Samuel smiled at Kush, as he called out, "Baby bro, come here." Run camera and engine, Samuel took a long break from his favorite King Edward's hair, that was resting in a stray and blowing smoke into Run's hair. "Your hair is unfair, baby bro," Samuel said as he showed Run a small mirror. Run ran out screaming and laughing. Baymatin yelled out, "Y'all come and get some tig." A word I said in his parts that meant, something to eat. As soon as he spoke those words, the entire house seemed to shake as a crowd from out of nowhere came rushing in from every direction. The youngest sat and floored with fear back against the cabinet, making it for Papa to pass through. The oldest sat at the table and Samuel walked out as Bayma handed him a plate. "Go get your plate and made me in mystery," Samuel told Kush. Samuel pulls out a stand for Kush to eat and then Kush placed his plate on the stand and said rice. Kush looked at his plate and didn't know where to start. Eggs, bacon, deer sausages, grits, homemade biscuits, and a glass of fresh squeezed orange juice. The entire house was quiet. All one could hear was the sound of spoons and fork fed into plates and glasses being placed back on the table or floor. After they ate, Samuel gave Kush his plate. "Take this oath. Kitchen, tell your grandmother, thanks and hurry back." Kush rushed back and took a seat in Samuel's favorite chair as Samuel sat and small love said topping for a bit disagree and had chores to do, from the youngest to the oldest. Their duties include washing the dishes, cleaning the garden, feeding the animals and washing clothes. Fill the son's coffee youngest, then Kush said nervously, "Dan Daddy, have that poem for you." Samuel looked up at Kush. "You just now telling." Well, go ahead. Kuss smiled. They was waiting for me cousin stowed it gone. Kuss cleared his throat. Got the strange feeling. It feels as if many thought that figured is some big old giant Whitman sitting in a front. Fatalon is a hoax, for his spirit and truth. Yet of him judging your every mouth, a heartless man will cause himself good that calls his of love. May God search his heart. May God cradles his love for you. What is the true definition of love? What is this? That you have been told, what all you facilities? That's why many didn't believe in God. No, they didn't believe in him because of this. I got some God news for ya. That's not the truth for ya. Close your ears. Don't read now, close your ears, go back in time Mohini with Abatosi, Granddaddy. Papa Joe or old man, Hamp, you know his name, you know your name's your grandfather. God is like your grandfather, God is like, Granddaddy, Papa Joe, and old man, Hamp, he loves you, and you feel his love. It's not artificial or demo. He'll tell you, watch yourself. Be careful, he'll tell you the truth about yourself, when let no one else. He'll tell you, they won't do that if he were you. Or simply, no. If we listen to his voice, of course, God is like your grandfather. Did you get special privileges and treat like queens? Yeah, no way do you mean. The boys did all the things that federals can't do, and never mother nor father has a word to say. Your grandfather is talking, and they are listening. God is like a grandfather. You feel the love, you feel the pain from the punishments that you gain. Your grandfather is a good example. It is as plain as can be, easy for you to see, what God's love is meant to be. Cause God is like your grandfather. Dear listener, this is just enough for you. This is the end of chapter 6. However, it wasn't allowing me to plot 2 minutes of a chapter, so we divided into 2 parts. The time has been extended, so I think for now on, you will try to put an entire chapter, instead of divide them. Thank you. Please, if you enjoy my story, please look at them or hit the thumbs up on my chapter so I can place more of them in hurry with longer time prayers. Thank you again. LarryBolin.